Hey, what's up, everybody? Once again, I'm here, your host, the Machine 2.0. Let me lower this down a little bit. You're there, and you're watching me today. And this is the R.M.S.S., which is the Rumble Mania Slam Survivor Show. And today we're talking about wrestling like we do all the time. And basically, today's Wednesday. As you can see, there's no wrestling going on the TV right now. No Monday Night Raw, no Thursday Night SmackDown. However, my favorite show on the planet is Adam Ruins Everything, and it's on True TV. So that's going to be happening in the background while I speak to you about what's going on in the world of wrestling today. So, like I said, Wednesday, February 10th, 2016, in New York City right now. Everything going on with the world of wrestling is kind of, it's a weird week. Monday night, Daniel Bryan retired. Also Monday night, the infamous Titus Oneil, Vince McMahon incident took place. Actually, if you're not up to speed, Titus Oneil has been suspended as of today for 90 days by the WWE for his actions after the retirement of Daniel Bryan went off for TV and it was on the WWE network. I literally seen the I didn't see it when it happened because I actually went to bed right after, and I was filming the Promo Kings video, but after it went off, they had the taping on the WWE network. They showed Daniel Bryan and everything. He was, pretty much shaking the hands of most people in the crowd and everything, and he went, he did his thing after retirement. They let him have his moment. He went up to the stage, and all the WWE roster, the main roster, was on the stage, including Vince, Stephanie, and his son-in-law Triple H, and Daniel Bryan and his wife, Brie Bella, they embraced the McMahons. Then they went off stage. The rest of the roster stayed on stage, and I don't know if you've seen the video, so I'm going to break it down to you what happened. Basically, they went off stage. The rest of the roster was there, and they was allowing Vince. They kind of parted the seas to let Vince, Triple H, and Stephanie leave first. While Vince was leaving, Titus Oneil in the crowd took upon himself to grab the arm of Vince McMahon. Now, I don't know if it was playfully. I really don't know his intentions behind it. A lot of people say it was playful. I seen the raw footage. It looked like he just grabbed his hands. I can't say if it was or wasn't, if it was mean, if it was playful, if it was any malicious intent behind it or any jokeful intent behind it. However, he did grab the arm of Vince McMahon. Once it happened, Vince pushed him back. All right. Now, WWE took the video off of the WWE network. They took it off of YouTube, and you really can't find the whole entire footage to see the aftermath of it. But a lot of feedback I'm getting from other people with YouTube channels that do wrestling talk, and other people that have other say in the wrestling community. A lot of them said that Vince McMahon was laughing after, like kind of smiling after, and Titus Oneil was kind of smiling after, like it was a playful thing that took place. And if it's playful and both Vince and Titus Oneil took it as something playful, you would think there's no reason for him to get suspended for 90 days. Now, a statement was made after that from the WWE. I don't know if it's from the if it's the words of Vince McMahon himself, but however, he did say he wants to make an example of this event that took place. He said it's pretty much his WWE wants the company to be taken professionally, and he wants the employees of the company to be held accountable and to have a professional conduct throughout throughout televised events, throughout just in general. And for for him to get 90 days, for Titus to get 90 days, from what I seen, was pretty much like almost overkill in my opinion. They really like threw him, threw the book at him. Um, if it's true what they said, that Vince laughed it off and it was a joke, and even though he pushed him, and it is the community of wrestling. The community of wrestling is physical. They joke around, they play around behind the scenes and everything like that. A lot of Vince plays around with people and everything like that, from what I hear. And the only problem with this was actually videotaped and actually on actually witnessed by thousands of people. So with that being the case, I'm not sure if Vince made the call behind this, but he actually set an example with Titus Oneil right there by suspending him for those 90 days and making an example out of him. Titus, I think, is a good worker when he's given work in the ring, and he's even 10 times better outside the ring as far as community service, as far as Father of the Year, as far as other PR appearances for the WWE in general. And it caught me as a big surprise that they really throwing the gauntlet down on this guy. Anybody else, yeah, I could see that, but this guy is actually, in a way, becoming a spokesman and ambassador for the company outside of the work that he does with all the charities and all that other stuff. He even recently got, like I stated on my last video, he got a Super Bowl ring from the Seattle Seahawks. I forgot the reason. I'm not really too sure the reason why he got it, because it's known that he's a football player on the defensive end of the ball back in college. Not sure if he was ever on Seattle's practice squad, but he did receive a Super Bowl ring for their 2014 championship, Seattle Seahawks. And it's just amazing that he's being suspended for grabbing at Vince. I can understand reprimanding him in a way, talking to him backstage and be like, listen, don't do that again. You are a spokesman, ambassador, and, kind of made me look bad. But Vince supposedly laughed it off. I'm going to go back to that. And you're starting to think that Vince is no longer calling the shots now. Was that Vince's call if he laughed it off? Is it Triple H's call to make an example out of him? Those are questions that I can't answer, but those are questions that should be up in the air and trying to be found out. Now, recently Titus was getting a push. He was getting a lot of W's for the last 3 months. He had a winning streak. Until this Monday night when he lost to Adam Rose. Shockingly, he lost to Adam Rose. Now, did he grab Vince because you're so pissed off about that loss and because he had a job to Adam Rose? I'm not sure, but it's confusing which direction his career was going, because at 1 minute they have him in a tag title with Darren Young. Then they split him up from Darren Young to make him a single star. They was giving him somewhat of in my opinion, a minor push. He wasn't on pay-per-views. He wasn't opening shows. He wasn't doing anything like that, but he was getting a Raw push. So, not sure how far that was going to go. And not sure if he comes back after 90 days, if he's going to get that same push or push at all. Now, here's another tidbit to the story. It's a known fact that him and David Batista are good friends outside of the world of wrestling. It's known fact that Batista got him pushed to be put into the company and for WWE to sign him. Reports say that David Batista told Titus to ask for a release from the WWE. And if I personally was Titus, I would want to not have to deal with the BS that goes on behind stage, and wouldn't want to wouldn't want to, have to put up with that coming back and feel like, I have to move around eggshells and he can't naturally be himself. Maybe he's a joking guy, a playful guy, like, and maybe, that's his nature and everything, and he felt, he had a relationship with Vince in that nature. He probably does, because Vince supposedly did laugh it off. Even though he gave him a nudge, he still laughed it off and walked off. But now, let's say he comes back after 9 days. Now he has to walk around in eggshells and conduct himself in a different way because, all right, I can't be myself now because Vince doesn't want, So it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's his job, it's his livelihood, it's what put bread on his table, it's what make him money. Could he go make more money in TNA? I'm not sure. I seriously doubt it. Would he want to go to TNA? I think if he goes to TNA, he'd be a bigger star than he is in WWE. I actually literally think he could be the face of the franchise if they push him in TNA. If he decides to leave that, or Global Force Wrestling, or New Japan. But does he really want to go to Japan to wrestle? Lucha Underground. I mean, who knows? But kind of disappointing. I feel bad for the dude. Hopefully, he rebounds from this, and this is really nothing. He's really getting scrutinized for something. He's really a good dude. I think he's a good worker, and I really hope WWE understands that, hey, listen, he fucked up. Just, So, other than that, there's plenty of other people that had worse violations. And now here's another question. Like, if this was Roman or John Cena that done this this stunt, would they get reprimanded the way that Titus Oneil get reprimanded? Because it depends on how high you're on the totem pole. And Titus Oneil is really not that high in the totem pole at all. He's mid-level at best. But I guess he felt he was bigger because he's doing all these PR promotions and stuff like that. But will John Cena and will Roman Reigns get that type of backlash? And, it's just, what do you feel? Let me know. Like I said, email me. Email us at RMSS show at gmail.com. That's RMSS show at gmail.com. Let me know what you think. Do you think, question of the day, do you think John Cena, do you think Roman Reigns would get reprimanded the way Titus Oneil got reprimanded for grabbing the owner's on stage? At the end of the day, you're at work, you don't grab the boss's arm. That's at any job. You don't really, But it is the world of wrestling. They probably had that type of relationship. It's totally different than working on Wall Street, working on Fifth Avenue, working in the office. It's totally different. So if they had that relationship, I totally understand Titus feeling comfortable with him that way. But at the end of the day, that's a tricky situation that just took place. Feel sorry for him. Other than that, let's move on to some other stories. Daniel Bryan, he's gone. Just looked at Daniel Bryan and CM Punk teaming up. Old match from early 2014. Actually, sorry, the end of 2013, when CM Punk was feuding with The Shield by herself, and Daniel Bryan was feuding with the Wyatts. And this was a match in London. This was actually the start of the Wyatt versus Shield feud. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan was teaming up to go against Ambrose and Rollins, and that was it was a Raw match in London, and it was a good match. It was a damn good way to end the show. And it's like seeing those two gone, man. Daniel Bryan's gone, CM Punk is gone. CM Punk dropped weight. He's now like about $170. He's gonna be fighting at $170. I think he's $180 right now, but he's gonna be fighting his first match later on this year at $170. And seeing him that small, knowing that he was about 220 which I'm 227, so he was about two close to 230. He's like 225, might be a little bit lighter than the ass, like around 220. And to see him go down to 170, you just know for a fact. And this has been known for a year. He's not coming back, man. He's not coming back no time soon. And seeing him and Bryan gone, it's like, damn, man. Those are two all-time talents right there. One leaving for one reason, one leaving for the other reason. And it's like, I wish Daniel Bryan the best of luck. Not sure what type of capacity he would be in WWE, what type of role he wants to take, if he wants to be a mentor in some type of fashion to up-and-comers. I definitely believe he's the right person that should be a mentor. It's just, it's just unfortunate the guy have to go and take care of his family. He has to actually start a family now with Bree, and he has to be in some type of, he has to have that mental faculties together, and because those concussions, you kind of worry, like, will this guy ever, be the same? And he's been having concussions since he was 18. He referred to it in his speech. So he's early 30s now. So you just have to really understand his position and totally accept it. And I wish DB the best of luck. Other news in WWE world, those are the two major ones. Fastlane is fast approaching. It's about 2 weeks away, roughly a week and a half or so. And as far as my level of wanting to see this pay-per-view or WWE Network event, I'm like 50. I'm like right in the middle. It's a Fastlane. This is WrestleMania season. Once the Royal Rumble ended, it became automatically WrestleMania season, and these matches, the pay-per-view after Rumble and before Mania, is usually such a wash. It doesn't really promote anything as far as a feud. They stay away from the major feuds that's going to be at Mania. Right now, from what I know, the Divas Championship is between Brie and Charlotte, and I'll do my Fastlane preview show, prediction show down the line a week or so. But right now, Brie versus Charlotte, Kalisto again versus Del Rio. This might be the rubber match right here. Might be the last one. Then they separate, go their ways, and have the other feuds. Of course, the main event, Roman, Ambrose, and hopefully it's a heel turn comes down, in that match right there in Brock. Hopefully a heel turn happens, and that will definitely switch things up a little bit in WWE. But that's wishful thinking. Knowing WWE, they're gonna go safe. What other matches going on? Oh, they're gonna have the tag team diva match between so it's a very diva-licious event, I guess, going on, and that shows you how big this pay-per-view is gonna be, with Mania looming a month away. So the Divas tag team is between Becky Lynch, Sasha, and Team Bad. I forgot her name, and Tamia. So that's gonna be that's the card so far. There's gonna be other matches, probably Ziggler and Owens. Who knows? I'll report to you with a prediction show after that. And on that note, I'm gonna leave you. Once again, big news. Daniel Bryan retired. Titus Oneil suspended 90 days. Will he be back? That's the question. If you need to hit us up and send us any emails, any questions, anything like that, anything you want to talk about, any questions you want answered on the show, address it to me, Machine 2.0, at the R.M.S.S. show at gmail.com, RMSS show at gmail.com. Once again, this is the R.M.S.S show, Rumble Mania Slam Survivor Show. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you hear, subscribe, hit me up. I'm the Machine 2.0, and like John Cena, peace.